see. That just didn't sound very welcoming to me.
You climbed the frozen tall neck?
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. I gotta get a picture of this. I'm sorry, y'all. This is beautiful. Oh, crap. I got the... Dang. Never mind. I'm broadcasting. That is so pretty. Wow. Oh, my gosh. It is beautiful up here. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Maria said to find her friend, the rock painter. Seems paintings mean a lot to the Banuk.
Last night, a few of us from different Warracks drank and shared our
I'm
songs.
tired.
There's no better way to forge bonds. We run into each other again. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were following me. The Great Warrack is put together like a machine.
Hey, Lord. Got a
Each
proposition.
part servant.
Okay.
What can I do for you, Bergrand?
Mourn my poor departed luck. I finally met some Banuk keen to trade with Outlanders. Then, they up and vanished. 3 Banuk hunters rolled in a few days ago. No provisions, junk equipment, no idea how to strip a machine for parts. Asked me to outfit them for a long trip. And you know me, Aloy. I'm sentimental. So I did it on credit.
And they haven't paid.
Well, they tried. Just look what they did to this Thunderjaw heart. But that was ages ago. And I'm starting to worry about them.
Tell me, Bergrand, are you worried about their well-being or your purse strings?
A man can worry about 2 things.
Uh-huh. What kind of deal was this, really?
Just what I said. I was nothing but generous, Aloy. After they dropped this ruined heart at my feet, I even gave them another chance. Sent them to fetch a few other parts I need.
But you haven't seen them since.
Hide nor hair.
What do you mean they couldn't harvest parts?
Not uncommon with Banuk. That's shaman's work, you see. The hunters take down the machines. The shamans slice them up. No shaman with these 3. Just 2 youngsters sniping at each other. And that big fella, standing there smiling.
So if the Banuk don't usually hunt without a shaman, what's the story?
Deal. It's not a happy story, whatever it is.
You said they asked you to outfit them for a trip. A trip to where?
Not sure. But I heard them chattering about the Sundom when they thought I wasn't listening.
So they're leaving Banuk territory.
Sensible behavior. Still, I get the sense this wasn't a sightseeing trip. They're running for and all that. But, if you do manage to find them, you could remind them of the deal we made. A Scorcher Claw, a loop of sinew from a stalker, and a Snapmaw fang. If they bring me those parts, their debt's paid. And then some. Just make sure they don't bust them up too badly.
I'll consider it.
Last I saw them, they were heading northeast.
The mountain has burned for as long as I can remember. Only now, it's worse.
Stone Yield has always belonged to the Banuk. And these
Okay, this is stuff I've never seen before. And I'd like to get my hands on it, y'all. A new storm slinger. Consecutive boost of blood, water charge, and dealing increased damage. I already have that. Ooh, oh my god!
when the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small. It was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banu Kai and her Werak fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banu Kai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines who devoured her as she entered. Inside, Banu Kai discovered the blue light bubbling from a hole in the snowy.
Okay, you guys.
Like a spring. You bid me come, she said. My people need aid. Will you provide it? The machines whispered to Banu Kai. We go where the light goes. We are.
Cannot get much further than the grave world. Some record their stories in song.
So ready to start fighting? Okay.
Fear them is to give them the power.
Someone is really close by. Okay.
Some say Sakuli.
Our hunters already compete with the other worlds. Now we've got Oseram and Karja to compete with as well.
Outlanders with us as hunters.
Although the light had left her with 1,000 wounds, Banu Kai charged. And because she held the light, the machines followed. The ravenous tribe killed many, but those in camp rushed to join the battle. They gathered pieces
Clinging to the cliff face. She won't come down until the painting is finished.
You'll find no glory here, Outlander. Cold as death.
Oh my god, I don't want to climb these rocks again. No.
Whatever new machines crawl from that cauldron. You'll How long until the demon breaks the perfect machine? Then we'll have no chance of fighting.
Okay.
What does the Outlander want? I'm looking for Sakuli.
You found her. Come, come. Let's get it over with.
Oh.
Quite a view you've got up here.
It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are, and the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew. But a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments, like none have seen.
Araya said you could help me get the Werak's attention.
Araya works in strange ways. But I've drunk paint to survive in a blizzard, so I'm one to talk. I'll get you noticed, if you bring me the pigments I need to complete my work.
Araya said you two were friends.
I paint about what I feel now, not the way things used to be. Araya understood. Most Banuk didn't. I would have been exiled if she hadn't had Aratak take me into their Werak.
Oh.
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but,
You want to know what they mean? That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
Do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are called to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
Have you always been a painter?
I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Banur. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving.
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools.
Okay.
Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
I'll see what I can find for you.
Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward. But I'd reward you as well.
All right. Oh God.
You've chosen a poor time to visit the cut, Outlander.
These are different times.
When the old were fresh in their grave and our numbers were still small. It was she
Why do the cliffs look
who led
fancy
us through
colors
the
for across
frozen
them?
wastes.
Why
We
can't
also
structures
remember
look
the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our...
All right, you guys. I'll be back when I get to this bandit camp so we can have some action. I'm sorry, this was boring.